Hello and welcome back to the Yoshida Event Center for this Sunday matinee edition of Saints basketball as the Saints take on the Lakers from Southwest Oregon. With Thomas Ehart, I'm Jackson Hamlin, and it's good to be here with you on this Super Sunday. Thomas, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Jackson. Thanks a lot.
Well, we are going to join the national anthem in progress, so we were going to take a moment, and we'll be back. And with that salute to our country, we get to the starting five. Starting with the Southwest Oregon Lakers, we have number 1, Ocean Casemiro. Number 4, Ren Fonsbeck. Number 5, Matthew Oryang. Number 13, Anoy Thomas. And number 23, Merrick Sherwood. And for the Saints, we have number 2, Gabe Sorensen. Number 4, Wayne Hampton. Number 10, Pat Robinson. Number 11, Nick Fowler. And number 24, William Chen. Tom, what are you looking forward to most in this game?
Well, I'm looking for the Saints to continue their strong performance on defense from Wednesday and keep their focus to close out another victory. On the other side of the court, we have Southwestern Lakers, who are coming off of a win against Lane. And they performed really well from beyond the arc to match the three-point attack from the Titans.
Both teams coming off a win from last week. The Saints defeated the Chemeketa Storm on Wednesday, and the Lakers defeated the Lane Titans on Wednesday. Both these teams coming in hungry for another win. What's the biggest key for both these teams?
Well, it's got to be defense. Casemiro for the Lakers, they're going to run a lot of attacks through him. And as long as they can defend him well and make him work and make hard decisions, the Saints should be in position to win this game.
Oh, we're about to jump the ball. And news from the coach is Will Wilson is out for today's game. It'll be number 11, Nick Fowler, to take the jump ball for the Saints against Anoy Thomas for the Lakers. Our officials tonight, crew chief Mark Warren, and umpires Jacob Lear and Nick Fleek. As we get set for the jump ball, and we are underway as the tip ball is controlled by the Lakers, and they will be moving from right to left in all red. And now bringing it up is number 1, and that is Ocean Casemiro, and there's a 2 that wouldn't go. Back out right side. Here's a 3 on its way. It's off the rim, no good, and that was Matthew Oryang, and now the Saints will bring it up the floor. And now Chen loses the handle, and it goes out of play. So the Lakers will bring it back up with possession as the inbound pass will come into Casemiro. As he crosses the timeline, looks for somebody to get it to. Guarded by Hampton. Now gets it back out, top of the key. Here's a pass to the inside. Inside the lane now is Thomas. Thomas going to float a jumper and hit it for the first points of the game. So now the Saints will bring it back up the floor as Hampton will cross the midcourt line. And now looking over on that right side. Chen moves to the inside. Is now Hampton going to float over to Fowler. Fowler waits, puts it up and in to tie it up. Back come the Lakers now as it's Casemiro to bring it up the floor. On the left side, now gets it over to Oryang, who gets it over back, and now inside the lane, and now back out top of the key. A pass was mishandled for a second, though, there by Oryang, but he's able to keep control. Back to Casemiro, now over to Thomas. Thomas back, thought about a three. Now moving inside the lane. Gonna float a pass, put it up, off the backboard, no good, and rebounded by Sorensen. So here come the Saints back again as Hampton has it. Now gets it over to Fowler. Fowler gonna, oh, what a pass there as he thought about a shot. Hampton thought about a three, didn't take it. Hampton now moves inside the lane, and now we got a whistle, and we're gonna get a foul. And the foul is gonna be called on Casemiro, and it's gonna send Hampton to the line. So Hampton, who is a 68% free throw shooter on the season. First free throw on its way, and it's good. Now the second free throw attempted by Hampton. Give the Saints a 4-2 lead is on the way, and good. So Saints by 2 with just over 18 minutes to go here in the first half. So now the Lakers bring it back as now a pass is floated over to Fonsbeck, back over now to Sherwood. Sherwood gets it over to Thomas. Thomas floats it back to Casemiro. Now it's back. Here's a three on its way. It's no good by Sherwood, and the Saints get possession as Hampton with a pass over now to Robinson. Robinson with a bounce pass to Fowler, almost intercepted, but Fowler able to keep control. Now Sorensen going to take a deep two off the rim, no. And going to go out of, no, it's going to be saved just before it goes out of bounds and now brought back up the floor by the Lakers as now Casemiro moves inside, gets it out. Here's a three, left side. It's off the iron and no good as that one just danced around the rim but wouldn't fall. Now come the Saints once again as Hampton gets it over to Fowler. Fowler looks for someone to pass to, got a defender on it. Fowler just going to float the shot. It's off the rim, no good, and rebounded by Fonsbeck. So Fonsbeck gets it back up the floor. Here's a floater, no good by Oryang, and rebounded by Sorensen. Now there is a miscommunication between three Saints teammates, but now they bring it back across the timeline as Hampton now waits at the top of the key. Now gets it back over to the left side. Looks for a pass. Got Chen. Gets it over to Chen. Chen moves to the inside. Now back out. Now here's Sorensen. Gets it back over to Hampton. Hampton faked a three. Now he moves inside. Hampton deep two on the way. No good air ball. Rebounded by the Lakers and brought back up. Heavily guarded now as they try to cross. And now it is Sherwood to bring it up. Sherwood passes it out to Casemiro, who gets it over to Thomas. Thomas holding. Now moves inside. Oh, wanted a foul on Hampton, but he jams it in.
Yeah, he just knocked him right over and then went in for the slam dunk.
So 4-4 now as Hampton has it now for the Saints, waiting at the right side, top of the key. Now moves over to the left. Now moves to the inside. Hampton spins, now puts up the shot, gets fouled and puts it in.
Both teams playing physical on defense.
Casemiro with his second foul of the game, second team foul on the Lakers, puts the Saints up 6-4 with a free throw coming with 16-17 to go. So Hampton, who was fouled last time, made both his free throws. This is a chance to convert on a three-point play, and he does. So Hampton with the first 5 of 7, and now here come the Lakers, as now it's going to be Sherwood at the left side. Now dribbles out, guarded by Robinson. He stole the pass, but he was called for the foul, and the Lakers retain possession. Now the Lakers will inbound. It will be Logan Prince to inbound it from right in front of us as he gets it in now to Fonsbeck. Fonsbeck now at the top of the circle. Hands it off now, and now it's a pass out. Shulkins gets it back, and now on the left side. Gets it back over now Thomas. Thomas floats it out left side. We got a whistle, and another foul is going to be called. And that one's going to go against Fowler. And now it's going to be another inbound for the Lakers, as it'll be Fonsbeck to handle the inbounding duties. Looks for a pass, and it's a floater out now to Prince as he gets it into Sherwood. Over, and a two-pointer there is made by Thomas. It's 7-6 now. It's a 1-point Saints lead. 15:42 to go here first half. Here comes Hampton, dribbles it over to the right side. Now looks, gets it up over to Fowler. It was intercepted, and now here come the Lakers. And now here comes Prince, gets it over. Here's a three, was tipped, and now the Saints get it back. Here comes Chen up the floor. Chen hustling. Chen gonna take a three off the iron, no good, and rebounded by Southwest Oregon. So it's a 7-point Saints lead, just over 15 minutes to go. Here come the Lakers, as now it is Fonsbeck. Hands it off now, Sherwood. Sherwood gets it over now, Shulkins. Shulkins with a pass out, Prince. Prince looking, gets it to Sherwood. Sherwood now back, and now here comes inside the lane, and now it was Shulkins who was fouled. No, he called for a travel, and the Saints get possession back as we come to our first media timeout. Fast-paced start here we got so far, Thomas.
Yep, looks like both sides are really trying to find that scoring rhythm and putting up a strong defense at either end.
So just 5:02 into the game. Again, a 1-point Saints lead, 7-6, 14:58 to go first half, and Hampton contributing with 5 of those 7 points.
Absolutely, he made his free throw, and that is the difference in the game at the moment.
So both teams now discussing strategies as this game just getting started, and it's been a close game so far. And what do you expect to see for the remainder of this first half?
Well, I want someone to make a three-point shot and really send a signal that the score is going to be going up in this game, and put out a challenge to the other side and see if we can't answer the challenge.
The Lakers are 14-9 overall, 6-4 in conference play. They come off a 90-85 win on Wednesday against Lane. As for the Saints, they come off an 80-66 win against Chemeketa on Wednesday, 6-14 overall, 5-5 in conference play, trying to make a late playoff push. And it's a huge game for him down the road. As now Pat Robinson will inbound it, and now it will be Stevens to bring it up the floor for Mount Hood. Stevens on the right side now gets it over to Fowler. Fowler going to pass it over to Robinson. Robinson now on that right wing gets it out. Stevenson now over to Hampton. And now Hampton moves inside the lane, puts up a shot. It was no good. Wanted a foul call. He didn't get it. So now the Lakers will bring it back up the floor. So now here's a pass out to Thomas. Thomas spins inside. Pass was intercepted, and here comes Hampton. Hampton at the top of the key gets it over Pat Robinson. Robinson going to take a three, and it's off the iron, no good. Rebounded by Thomas, and now he passes it out to Fonsbeck. Fonsbeck with a long pass out to Shulkins, and Shulkins gets it back over to Prince. Prince now, and now it's going to be Fonsbeck to handle control on the logo. Now looking for someone to pass to. He's got Stevens on him. Now moves over to that right side, backs up, gets a pass out, Shulkins. Shulkins on the right wing, moves to the inside, gets a pass out, and now it's Thomas with a two, no good, but he was fouled. Coach in disbelief did not like the foul call, and the foul there is going to be called on Sorensen. It's going to send him to the line. And
well, the Saints haven't made anything easy for the Lakers so far.
First free throw was missed, and Thomas, who is a 54% free throw shooter on the season, goes 0 for 1 there. He still has a second one to see if he can put in and tie this game at 7. Just under 14 minutes to go. He missed both, but it's rebounded by the Lakers, and they got an additional possession. Now moves inside. Pass intercepted by Robinson. And it was a travel call, which gives Southwest Oregon the ball back. He's having trouble handling that ball, and apparently he did not dribble it in time, so he's called for the travel. Now here's a three. It's off the iron, no good. Rebounded by Hampton. Another whistle, and still going to belong to the Saints. So the foul's going to be called there on Logan Prince. Called for a rebounding foul. Not exactly sure what that is, but I'm assuming it's a foul off the rebound, right?
Yeah, it looks like he bumped the player that was rebounding the ball.
So now here comes Stevens up the floor, moves over to that left side, gets it over now Hampton. Hampton on the right wing, now moves to the inside, gets it to Sorensen. Sorensen going to take a three. It's off, no good, and rebounded by Thomas. Thomas with a pass out now to Fonsbeck. Fonsbeck with a juke, gets it out. Now it's over to Shulkins, gets it across. Now inside the lane is Thomas. Thomas with a fake, now looking, spins, puts up the shot, and he puts it in, and the Lakers lead by one. So back come the Saints now as Stevens brings it up once again. Getting some coaching from Alex Sim. Now over to Hampton. Hampton waits now, top of the key. Now moves over to that right side. Being guarded. Now looks, gets it over to Robinson. Robinson looked at a three, did not take it. Now gets it across. Now it's Hampton again. Hampton moves inside the lane, puts up the shot, and he puts it in. What a finish there from Hampton, and the Saints lead 9-8. So back come the Lakers now, as it's going to be Prince with the ball, gets it across now to Shulkin. Shulkin's back, and now it's going to be Prince. Prince gets it to Thomas. Thomas now moves inside, puts up the deuce, can't put it in, rebounded by Sorensen as he gets it across to Hampton. Now the Saints cross from left to right. Hampton stopped at the three-point line, puts up a deuce, no good, rebounded by the Lakers. Here's a long pass out. Now Shulkins on that left wing, gets it back across now Thompson, and now we got a whistle and another foul is going to be called. And the foul there is going to be called on Hampton. Now the Lakers will get possession once again. It will be Prince to handle the inbounding duties. As now Prince inbounding from right in front of us. Once again, gets it into Zach Jefferson. And Jefferson at the top of the key now moves. And we got a blocking foul against Hampton. Second foul on him tonight. And the Lakers will once again have possession. So they will now inbound from the far side, as it'll be Prince to handle the inbounding duties. Gets it in now Jefferson. Jefferson on that right side, looking for somebody. Everyone being guarded. Now gets it across Shulkins. Now the pass over to the left side. And now that one was Prince. Prince moves to the inside, whistle, and we got another foul on Mount Hood. It's Stevens called for the foul, and it will send him to the line for some free throws. So Logan Prince, looking at his free throw percentage on the season, he is 76%. Lakers down by one. This would be the free throw that will tie the game with just under 12 to go, and he hits it, and we're all square at 9. Now he still has a second free throw on the way. This will give the Lakers just their second lead of the game. And that one on the way is no good. Rebounded and controlled by the Lakers. They once again have possession. They're doing good on that rebound. Now here's a three off the front of the iron. No good. Rebounded by Sorensen as he gets it over to Stevens. Stevens crosses quickly. Now moves over left side. Now looking, gets it back to Sorensen. He's going to take a three. Off the iron, rebounded, and tipped out of bounds, and possession back to Southwest Oregon. So now substitution time for the Saints, as it looks like Trey Barber is going to be coming out of the game. Chantrell Carson going to take his place, as now the Lakers going to bring it up the floor, as it's going to be Jefferson out across the timeline. It's going to be guarded by Robinson. Fowler looking to come back into the game. Now here come the Lakers once again. A pass he had bobbled. Now gets it back out. Here's Jefferson again. Floats a jumper. Off, no good. Off the Saints, and possession retained by the Lakers. So another substitution time is now Sorensen going to come out of the game. And Nick Fowler going to check in. Now inbounding from underneath the basket is going to be Jefferson for the Lakers. And the shot clock going to be reset here. 13 seconds, 11:14 to go in a 9-9 game. And now it's out to the top. Now gets it back inside the lane. Here's Thomas, bobbled. Thomas spins, gets it out. Here's a three right side. Jefferson, air ball, no good, but rebounded by the Lakers. And now we got a whistle. And now we got a 3-second violation, as we heard from the official that ball never hit the rim. Now it'll be Chen to inbound it as he gets it into Stevens. And now Stevens will bring it up the floor. Now with a little bit of more hustle here. Waits now at the logo. Now moves over to the left. Robinson now moves back to the right side. Now into the inside as Stevens gets it inside the key, gets it back out Robinson. Robinson on that left wing. Over to Chen. Chen at the top of the key, gets it to Stevens on the right side. And now Fowler is going to be called for a travel.
Yep, that ball bounced right off of his foot.
So now timeout by Mount Hood. And in a 9-9 game, this has been close and not very high scoring so far.
Nope, defense has been really strong. We've yet to see a three-pointer attempted that went in. But Mount Hood's going to need to get more chances if they're going to pull ahead in this game. So coach is probably talking about rebounding on the defensive side of the ball.
And I think we've only seen like 3 or 4 3-point attempts. I think 2 air balls and 2 ones that hit the rim. Still a 9-9 game here as the Saints and Lakers tied up with 10:35 remaining here in the first half. A very pivotal game for the Saints as they try to make a late playoff push. Again, their record 6-14 overall, but as for the Lakers, they're 14-9 and well in playoff contention as now the Lakers bring it up. So now it gets a pass out over to the left side as that was Jefferson, gets it over to Thomas. And now Thomas inside, gets it out. Here's Jefferson going to take a 3 and hit it. The first 3 of the game, and there's the shot you've been looking for. So here come the Saints now as Stevens brings it up. 12-9 lead for the Lakers. Here's Fowler, gets it over to Chen. Chen going to take a rebuttal 3. Off the iron, rebounded by the Lakers and brought back up now is Jefferson. Jefferson crosses quickly, and it was a pass that was caught with one hand. Now here's another 3. It's good. How about that 3 from Sherwood to give the Lakers a 6-point advantage?
Nothing but net.
15-9 now with just under halfway through this first half. Stevens now back up the floor, gets it across now Fowler. Fowler gets it over to Chen. Chen on that left wing, passes it out Stevens. Stevens gets it over to Robinson. Robinson on the right side. Pass was tipped and retained by Mount Hood.
Looks like we have another substitution here. Sorensen and Hampton heading in.
Stevens and Carson going to be coming out of the game, and now we got another timeout on the floor. It now gives a chance for both teams to regroup, and especially for Mount Hood after those 2 threes hit by the Lakers. So the Lakers lead by 6. It's 15-9, 9:35 to go. And Lakers actually lost to this Mount Hood team back on January 7th. They lost 81-72, and that was a big win for the Saints on the road, trying to complete the season sweep here at home against the Lakers.
Where they're going to need to have some success from beyond the arc and try to answer those 2 3-pointers that were made. It's pivotal. It's been pivotal for the Lakers, allowed them to get ahead by 6.
So now both coaches regroup their teams as the officials make sure the court is playable. As one official making sure the left side key is dry and nobody's going to slip. So out of the timeout now, it will be Mount Hood basketball. And they will be inbounding from underneath the basket on the right side. It looks like Fowler going to be on the inside. So Hampton's going to inbound it. Now the official waiting to give him the basketball. As some communication between the officials, and now Hampton going to get the basketball, look for an inbound as he gets it in Fowler. Fowler now gets it over to Robinson. Robinson over to Chen. Chen on the left wing gets it back now. Hampton. Hampton moves inside. Tries to put up a shot, and he does. No good. Can't collect his own rebound. And now it's brought back up by the Lakers. Here's Jefferson on that right wing. Jefferson gets it back out. Now is Sherwood. Back over Jefferson. Yelling from the Lakers sideline. Now here's Sherwood once again from Jefferson. Gets it across now as Shulkins. Shulkins at the top of the key. Now gets it over left side. That one is Ian Smith. Gets it across now Thomas. Thomas motions his man. Now moves inside. Floats a jumper. And it's no good. Rebounded by Fowler. And now Hampton brings it up. Gets it over to Sorensen. Sorensen a 3 on that right side is no good. And out of play. Possession to Southwest Oregon. So 8:48 to go, 15-9 lead for the Lakers as they will inbound it now. It looks like it will be Jefferson to collect the inbound pass, and he will get it from Ian Smith. Now they bring it once back up the floor, and it looks like for the Saints, it'll be Stevens to be coming back into the game. And now here's a pass out inside the key. Gets it inside, and now looks for a pass. Gets it up, floats no good. Rebounded by Sorensen, and now he gets it over to Hampton. Hampton now crosses quickly. Gets it across Chen on that left side. Gets it over Robinson. Robinson looking, moves to the inside, tries to put up a shot, and that one is lost, and now Jefferson brings it the other way. Jefferson now quickly moves inside, puts up a 2, and no good. Rebounded again by Sorensen, lost. And now we got a whistle and a foul. And the foul there is going to be called on Ian Smith. So it'll be Saints basketball as the inbound from that left side. So now it'll be Stevens from Hampton for the inbounding pass. And it's just a very nice casual lob in. Now Stevens will bring it up the floor, crosses the timeline, moves over to that left side, gets it across now Hampton. Hampton on the right. Hampton going to take a 3. That one's off, no good. Rebounded by Robinson. Robinson lost the ball, and possession is turned over to Southwest Oregon.
Turnovers have been hurting the Saints so far tonight. This afternoon, that is.
So Ian Smith will inbound it to Jefferson. Jefferson crosses the timeline now, moves over on the right side now with Shulkins. Gets it back over to Smith, back over to Jefferson now. Jefferson now moves inside. Pass was tipped and picked off now by the Saints. Robinson got it over to Hampton. Hampton now across now. Fowler inside the lane. Puts up a 2, can't put it in. It's tipped back. No good and rebounded by Julian Maho. And he brings it back as now it's Jefferson at the top of the key. Gets it back over. Now Shulkins gets it back over to Smith. Smith now looking. Gets it back to Maho. And now here's a 3. Deep 3, no good. Rebounded by Smith. He puts up a 2. It's no good and out of play, but a whistle. And possession is going to be retained by the Lakers. So Jefferson will handle the inbound pass as he floats it in now. Gets it back over to Jefferson. Jefferson backs up on that left side. Gets it over Sherwood. Sherwood back over now Shulkins. Shulkins moves to the inside. Gets it back out. Now here's a 3 on its way. It's off the iron and no good. Rebounded by the Lakers once again. Here's another 3 on its way. It's good. There's a 3 there by Sherwood, and it's a 9-point lead. So back come the Saints. Long pass to Fowler. Puts up the shot. It was blocked and rebounded by the Lakers. And it goes out of play, and possession goes back to the Saints.
Big stop there on defense by the Lakers. And they are going wild on the Lakers bench right now.
Lakers have doubled the score, 18-9, 6:50 to go here in the first half. Saints, who had a lead at the start, now find themselves trailing by 7 as Fowler puts in the double. And now a heavy guarded inbound pass is going to be collected by Casemiro. Casemiro crosses with Stevens on him. Casemiro now moves inside, puts up a rebuttal 2 and puts it in. Back to a 9-point lead now, 20-11 with 6.5 to go here first half. Here's Hampton, brings it up the floor. Hampton at the top of the key, now moves over to that left side, backs up. Now looks for somebody to pass to, gets it over to Robinson. Robinson now moves to the inside, puts up a shot off the backboard, and in! Much needed double there from the Saints. They put it back to within 7. So now here come the Lakers. Casemiro crosses the timeline, loses the ball, but gets it back. Looks for somebody to pass to. Now at the top of the key, moves over. Here's a 3 right side. It's good! Lakers now pouring on the 3s. 4 straight for them. And now here come the Saints once again. Here's Robinson, gets it over now. Hampton over to Stevens. Stevens over to Fowler. Fowler going to take a 3 off the iron and going to go out of play. And it's a 10-point Laker lead.
Looks like Barber and Chen are subbing in.
Fowler and Robinson going to be coming out of the game. As now the inbound pass is going to be coming from the right side as it's inbounded to Casemiro from Larby. And Casemiro crosses the timeline. Now gets it across. Now Thomas back to Casemiro. Moves inside the lane. Puts up a 2. And he put it in with a foul. So count the bucket and the foul. So it's going to send Casemiro to the line.
He's shooting 70% from the stripe.
And this is a chance to convert a 3-point play and put the Lakers up by 13. Free throw on its way is short and rebounded by Hampton. And now here come the Saints, who really have to start making a push here. Hampton moves to the inside, going to put up a shot. He is fouled. And now he will go to the line to try to put some points on the board for the Saints. So Hampton, his free throw percentage here, 68%. He is 3 for 3 on free throws so far in this game, and he makes that one to put it back to within 11. So 25-14 lead for the Lakers, 5:24 to go here in the first half. Hampton's second free throw on its way, and that one is also good. And now Hampton 5 for 5 on free throws today. So now Casemiro will bring it up the floor for the Lakers as he crosses the timeline. Now gets it across now to Thomas, who gets it back to Casemiro on that right side. Casemiro now is going to be called, and there's going to be a foul call on Stevens. We're going to get some free throws. Looks like a 1-and-1 coming for Casemiro. So Casemiro now at the free throw line. Shoots a 1-and-1 with the Lakers up by 10. With just over 5 minutes remaining here in the first half. First free throw on its way is good. So now he will get a second one. 11-point lead for the Lakers. And here's the second free throw on its way. And that one is good as well. And the Lakers now lead by a dozen. Stevens now hustles quickly, gets it up the timeline. Now on that right wing, gets it across now Hampton. Hampton with a fake, moves to the inside, fakes a shot, puts up the shot, and no good, but he gets fouled. And back to the line. And the foul there going to be called on Yang. So Hampton back at the line, already 5 for 5 on free throws. This one on the way is no good, so that's Hampton's first free throw miss of the game. Still has one more to try to put the Saints back to within 11. 27-15 with 5:03 to go.
Robinson subbing in for Stevens for the Saints.
So here's Hampton's second free throw, and he missed them both. So Hampton, who had a hot start, was 5 for 5 on free throws this afternoon, now 5 of 7. So here come the Lakers once again. And now Sherwood at the top of the key, now gets it across now Casemiro. Casemiro moves to the inside on that left side, gets it back. Here's a 3 from Sherwood as he gets pushed, and the foul is called. And it's going to be 3 free throws. Looks like. Now Sherwood on the floor holding his right knee. Now we go to a media timeout as Sherwood going to walk off the floor very slowly here. As some arguing going on between both teams.
I could be mistaken. I think he was called for a flop. And now he's holding his ankle. Looks like he's in a little bit of pain. But he's standing up.
So they went to a media timeout anyway. We're under 5 minutes to go. It's a 27-15 lead for the Lakers. And this game that was once close, now already a dozen-point lead for the visiting team.
The key has been rebounds from what I've seen, and those three-point shots, of course. 4 of them, I think, were made by Southwestern. But on the offensive side, Southwestern's getting a lot of second chances. So they're also recovering all of their rebounds on the defensive side, and that's been one of the key differences, getting more chances.
And like you said, they've been able to play underneath the net, get second chances and convert on those, and when those are 3 balls, it's really killing the Mount Hood Saints. So now out of the timeout. Referee's still holding the basketball, so I still can't tell who will have possession. I think they're going to jump it. officials discussing now. Don't know if it was called for the foul or if it was a flop. It looks like it was the flop, so it will be Mount Hood basketball because it looks like Chen is going to be inbounding it. So kind of a huge break here for the Saints. That was a three-pointer that was missed, and they get the ball back. So now Hampton, who gets the inbound pass, now crosses the timeline, moves over to that right side, gets a fake, now moves and spins. Now he's going to float a reverse. That one no good. Rebounded by the Lakers. And now it's going to be Casemiro to bring it back up the floor. Gets it across now. Here's a two-pointer. That one's good for Yang, and it's a 14-point Laker lead. Clock still counting. 4:22 to go here, first half. Hampton with the ball. Saints down 14. Hampton moves. Now looks. Tries to find somebody to pass to, and now he's going to pass it over to Sorensen for three. Off the iron, no. And still that three ball they've been looking for. So now Casemiro back up the floor now for the Lakers. Top the key, gets it across now to the left side. Ball was tipped back over Casemiro. Casemiro's got Thomas. And now he floats it over to Larby. And now the ball was lost. Possession going to be retained by the Lakers. Saints thought that one was tipped off the Lakers, but they will be inbounding from underneath the basket on the left side. As now Casemiro will be handling the inbound duties. He gets it into Fonsbeck, who gets it over to Thomas. Thomas to the inside. Now we got a whistle, and we got a foul call. And the foul is going to be called there on Larby. So Saints will have the basketball. So Chen will inbound it to Hampton. As Hampton gets a long bounce pass. And now we got an issue with the buzzer going on here. Shot clock was not reset, so they do set the shot clock with 3:45 to go. 29-15 lead for the Lakers. So now Chen will inbound it again, and he gets it into Hampton, who will hustle up the timeline, and now crosses the court from right to left. And now moves to the inside, puts up a shot. It's no good, and we got a foul call.
So Hampton came in hot and heavy, and he knocked over Fonsbeck with a thud.
So Fonsbeck going to be called for the foul. Sends Hampton back to the line. He's 5 of 7 on free throws. Missed his last two when he was at the line. Now we'll see if he can put the Saints back to within reach here. First free throw on its way is good. So that puts the Saints back to within 13. There's still a second free throw on the way for Hampton. Try to put the Saints back to within a dozen with 3.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Second free throw on the way from Hampton is good. And it's a 29-17 game. So here comes Casemiro. Crosses the floor now. Top of the key, now moves in to the left. Gets it to Thomas. Thomas inside the lane, gets it back out, Casemiro. Casemiro looked, thought about a three, didn't take it, gonna float up a two. It's no good, rebounded by Fowler, and he gets it over to Hampton. Hampton now crosses on the left side. Hampton looking underneath, gets it across. Chen, here's a three. It's off no good and rebounded by Fowler, and the Saints gonna save themselves. And now we got an issue again with the shot clock. It did not reset. So now the Saints are going to inbound it again as Robinson will get it into Hampton. Hampton going to hold now, 3 minutes to go, 15 to shoot. Hampton over to Sorensen. Sorensen on the left side, looking. Now thought about handing it off. Sorensen to the inside, floats a two, and he floated it in. What a two there from Sorensen, puts it back to within 10, 29-19. Now here comes Casemiro, crosses the timeline, moves over to that right side, gets across now Thomas, back to Casemiro. Casemiro now moves to the inside, gets it across now to the left side. And now it is going to be Prince, gets it across now, and now here is Yang gonna take a three. It's off no good and rebounded by the Saints. Here's Hampton. Hampton gonna be called, and now we got a foul. And the foul is going to be called on Yang. So the Saints are going to get some more free throws. So down by 10 here with 2:18 to go in the first half. Hampton, who has been shooting a majority of the Saints free throws this half, 7-9, and now let's see what number 10 brings. It's no good and rebounded. So here come the Lakers, and here comes Oryang. Oryang to the inside, post a 2, no good, and the putback is no good, but it's rebounded by the Lakers, but tipped and intercepted by the Saints. Here comes Hampton. Hampton up the floor, now moves across to the left side, gives it across Sorensen, takes a contested 3, and hits it!
Way to go, Sorensen, knocking down that three-point shot.
So Sorensen going to be going to the free throw line, I believe, for a chance at a 4-point play.
Absolutely, and now we're looking at a 7-point difference.
Free throw would put it within 6. 29-22 as it stands right now. 1:57 remaining in the first half. 9 fouls on the Lakers. 8 fouls against the Saints. And that was a clutch 3 and just what the Saints needed just before the first half comes to a close.
Absolutely. Hampton getting to that free throw line for the 4th time in the game has helped a lot. He's drained some of those shots to help keep the Saints in this.
So I guess there was no foul, so it'll be the Lakers to inbound. I thought there might have been a foul call there, and it looked like the referee was standing at the free throw line, but we were sorely mistaken. So here come the Lakers once again. Fonsbeck gets it over, and now a pass to nobody. It's going to be retained by the Saints. No, it's going to be retained by the Lakers. It was tipped on the Saints. So now an inbound pass now to Thomas. Thomas moves to the inside, puts up a 2, puts it in, and now it's back to a 9-point lead. So now Robinson now will inbound it with 97 seconds to go here in the first half. So here come the Saints up the floor. Cross now is Hampton. Hampton now moves across to the left side. Thought about a 3. We got a whistle. We got a carry. So apparently Hampton carried the ball. Possession to be retained by the Lakers with 1:24 to go here. And coach did not like that call. So here come the Lakers as it's going to be Fonsbeck to bring it up. Hands it off now to Shulkins. Gives it across now to Prince. Now inside to Thomas, who jams it home. Back to an 11-point lead for the Lakers. It's 33-22 with 63 seconds to go.
Big dunk there by Thomas.
So now here come the Saints. Fowler at the top of the circle. Now gets it. And we got another whistle, and the Saints turn it over once again.
These turnovers have been costly so far in this first half for the Saints.
So coach in disbelief with the officiating in this first half. Under a minute to go here in the first half. The 33-22 Laker lead as they have possession. We'll bring it up the floor once more. Cross now is Shulkins. Moves to the inside, gets it back out to Fonsbeck. Fonsbeck backs up. Now flows the pass over to the left side. Here is Prince. Puts up a 2. It's no good. Rebounded by Robinson. Shot clock and game clock are 5 seconds apart. Long pass to Chen. Chen on the left side. Gets it across now to Fowler. Fowler looking. Now spins. Going to put up a 2. It's off the iron. Rebounded and put back in by Hampton. So now shot clock off. 18 seconds to go. Lakers can hold out for the final shot. It's a 9-point game. Still single digits for the Saints, which they would be happy with at halftime. And now here come the Lakers. 7 seconds to go. Gets it back out. Here's a 3 from Fonsbeck. It's no good. And now rebounded. 2 seconds and 1. Hampton. Oh, he's going to get fouled. So he was going to take the 3/4 court shot just before the half ends, but he was heavily guarded. He gets called for the foul, and now he has some free throws to end the first half, and I'll see if he can put the Saints even closer at the break. So they reset the game clock with 0.4 of a second. Across the way from us, the women's basketball team about to get warmed up here. Is their game coming up next? So Hampton now with some free throws, try to put the Saints closer just before halftime. First free throw on the way is good. That puts it back to within 8. Still has a second free throw on the way. That one is up, and it is no good. So third free throw now as he was at 3/4 court. So it's a 3-shot foul. Third free throw on its way is good. He hit 2 of 3, inbounded, and that will do it. Here's a long pass, and that one almost had a chance, and that one almost went into the garbage can. So that's the end of the first half here in Gresham, and the Lakers with a 7-point advantage, 33-26, with the second half on its way. And Saints got to be happy with how that first half ended, with Hampton shooting those free throws, getting them just a little bit closer at the break.
Yep, Hampton's made about 6, if I'm not mistaken, free throws, and maybe he's made more than that.
But as the women get set to warm up, their game coming up next, we have reached halftime. And do you have any thoughts on the first half, Thomas?
Well, there's definitely a playoff atmosphere here in the Yoshida Center Arena. Both teams are playing very hard on defense. Nothing's come easy. The difference was the several three-point shots made by the Lakers and some of the explosive play by Thomas and Casemiro.
And the biggest thing for the Lakers is that they were able to get the 3-ball going first, and they not only made the first 3-ball, they made the first 4 of them, which put them up by a dozen and kind of gave them that cushion. Saints crawling back a little bit, still down by 7. So, you could say that they're happy with how the first half ended, being down by just single digits, considering they were down by a dozen.
Yes, this is a continuation from Wednesday. They've definitely been able to maintain that focus and play to the game situation. They were down by double digits, and now they're only down by 7. So the Saints have to be happy with how they finished that second half, but not happy with the way that they've been out rebounded in this game so far. Jackson.
What's the biggest thing for Mount Hood in the second half to try to make a push?
Well, they're going to have to challenge those 3-point shots, and they're going to have to challenge Casemiro when he comes into the game and tries to get to the basket himself. And continue stellar play by Hampton and Fowler, Robinson, Chen. We've had some stalwart defense from everyone on the roster. Just keep up the defense and work hard to find those scoring plays. Hampton's been putting in the work, and like to maybe get a few more Saints to the free throw line in the second half.
What's the biggest key for the Lakers? They hold on to the 7-point lead, but the Saints started to make a little bit of a push just before the first half ended. What's the biggest thing for the Lakers going forward for the rest of the game?
Well, they did make those first 4 3-point shots, and that Sorensen was able to match just that one 3-pointer for the Saints. So as long as the Lakers keep having success from beyond the arc, that's going to be a big challenge for Mount Hood to find their 3-point stroke and get back in this game and hopefully win it.
Once again, our halftime score is Southwest Oregon 33, Mount Hood 26. Take a look at scores. This is the only game in the conference that is going on today. Bulk of the games being yesterday. Look at some of the other opponents in the conference. The Chemeketa Storm beat the Lane Titans yesterday. Final score of 72-59. So the Lane Titans, who actually were beaten by the Southwest Oregon team on Wednesday, now have dropped 2 straight. And Chemeketa, who had come off a loss against Mount Hood on Wednesday, they get the win. Len Benton, the Roadrunners, beat the Clark Penguins. 82-74 was that final score. Clark is actually Mount Hood's next opponent here on Wednesday, so that should be an interesting matchup for Clark, who will be coming off a loss, and potentially Mount Hood. We don't know whether or not they're going to be coming off a win or a loss, so that should be an interesting game on Wednesday. Win or lose this game, what's the biggest thing going forward in that matchup between Clark?
Well, I'm not that familiar with what Clark's done other than they're coming off of a loss yesterday. But Mount Hood has the Saints have kept a competitive attitude even when they were trailing by double digits early in the first half. So Look to them to be serious on defense and answer to the game's situation and remain focused on the game plan in order to be competitive and stay in that playoff race.
So Clark, who is 10 and 11 on the season, they're 3-7 in conference play. Will be coming here on Wednesday. That should be an interesting matchup. Can't wait to bring that one for you. As for the Lakers, their next game is going to be on Wednesday as well. They're going to be taking on the Umpqua Riverhawks, who actually did not play yesterday. Their last game was last Wednesday as well, and they were defeated by the Lynn Benton Roadrunners. So an interesting matchup coming your way on Wednesday between Southwest Oregon and Umpqua. And again, for the Saints, starting with Clark on Wednesday. Then they have 2 more home games after that. They have the PCC Panthers on the following Wednesday, 22nd. And then they have the Umpqua Riverhawks on the 25th to end their home season. And then they end the season with 2 games on the road. They will finish at Clackamas on March 1st. And then they will end at Lane on March 4th. You saw that Lane team on Wednesday. Lane was here for the first home game of the season back on January 21st, and Mount Hood gets a 3-point win over the Lane Titans. What are you looking forward to most about that final game between the Saints and the Titans, knowing that the Saints have already won the game in the series?
Well, Jackson Lane's coming off of 2 losses, it looks like, and they found 3-point shooting to be one of their strengths, and they had a close game. They had a close game with Southwestern, the Lakers. They weren't able to come out on top, um, and that was specifically because uh, the Lakers caught up to them on the 3-point shooting. The Lane's game plan is going to be 3-point shots. So as long as Mount Hood defends well and makes them pass the ball, and they do pass the ball a lot, they should be in that game to repeat what they did in the first matchup, which has come through with a victory.
A lot of interesting teams here in the men's division of the NWAC. As we get set for our second game coming up next, the women currently warming up as we have reached the halftime break. Switching gears here for the women's team. Both teams going to be coming off a loss. The Saints, who were defeated by Chemeketa on Wednesday, just lost by 6 points, even though we had a stellar performance from Journey Conard, who hit 8 3-pointers in that game. As for the Lakers, they come off a 79-44 loss against the Lane Titans. Lane Titans on the women's side, 23-0. They have yet to lose a game. And for the Saints, they will end their season against Lane on the road. So that's going to be a big game. But speaking for this game, both teams going to be coming off a loss. For the Saints, they've lost their last 6 in a row. The Lakers have lost their last 4 in a row. Both these teams are going to be hungry for a win, and especially for the first win here in the month of February. What's the biggest key for both teams in this game?
Well, on Wednesday's game, Jackson, the Saints weren't able to start the second half with much energy. So beyond getting Connor the ball and open to repeat what she did with those 8 3-point shots, the Saints are going to have to find a way to score in the third quarter.
Which they did not do at all on Wednesday.
They did not score at all in the third quarter on Wednesday. They are expected to score more points in the third quarter than they did on Wednesday.
The Saints women 7-13 overall, or 2-8 in conference play. Again, they've lost their last 6 in a row. They've lost by an average of 19.6 points a game. They've been outscored 388 to 270. Their last win came on January 18th. That was a double overtime win against Clark. And they have that Clark team again on Wednesday. So that should be a fun one as well. See if they can complete the season sweep against the Penguins. But for the Lakers, They are 7-14 overall. So these teams are pretty evenly matched. It's just that the Lakers have that one additional game and loss. So the Saints actually coming in with a better record than the Lakers. So this should be an interesting matchup, and looking forward to that one as well.
Absolutely. And, we're going to witness something very special here this afternoon, Jackson, and that is the beginning of a winning streak for one of these teams.
Absolutely. And for the Southwest Oregon Lakers, they've lost 5 out of their last 6. They defeated the Saints on home court back on January 7th. That was a 66-56 final. So the Saints definitely going to be looking for that revenge game here in the second and final game of the series. They have it here at home, but how do they get out of a slump of losing 6 games in a row?
They really have to execute their scoring plays well. They're gonna have to find out who's going to be making that basket and how to get the ball to him. Conard's a good option. Obviously, she has the 3-point touch, but it's a team sport, so there will have to be more contribution from some of the other team members when it comes to getting the Saints on the scoreboard.
So that'll be an interesting match. That one will be coming your way next. Tip-off for that one is set for about 2 o'clock, so we'll see if that one is on time. Again, this men's game may go a little long. We might get overtime. Who knows? It's only a 7-point game right now with 4 minutes until the second half begins. And what are you looking forward to most in the second half, starting with the Mount Hood team that's down by 7?
Well, I've seen a lot of defense, really strong defense from Mount Hood. They're competitive. They want to make the playoffs. So I'm certainly looking for them to continue that defensive effort, continue the effort from Wednesday night of staying focused down the stretch and controlling the pace of the game. And they're definitely going to have to rebound better if they want to catch up on the scoreboard. They're only down by 7. So there's plenty of time to get that done.
And for the Lakers, for them with the 7-point lead, they've been shooting well in the first half, but again, that late pressure by the Saints in the first half, how do they keep that from carrying over into the second half?
Well, the magic trio here for the Lakers of Casemiro, Oryang, and Thomas, they have the ball a lot. So uh, they just got to move the ball around and continue to make rebounds, and they should be in good position uh, to maintain the lead and play competitive. They are playing very good on defense. They've been getting rebounds on both sides of the court, so they want to look to continue that and defend Hampton better because he got to the line probably 3 or 4 times late in the first half, and he was able to spark that run by the Saints to get them back in this.
We saw a lot of aggressiveness in the first half. A lot of fouls. I believe we had 17 combined fouls between both teams. With this being the second half, getting down to the wire, do you expect that we see as much from the officials as we did in the first half?
Well, you can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs, as the saying goes. And these teams on either side, they're defending very hard, so that results in sometimes committing a foul. I don't expect the pace of the game to be slow in the second half because both teams have found a few effective scoring plays, and they're going to try to spread the ball around and keep scoring.
So both teams are back on the court. We are just 90 seconds away from the second half beginning. Do you have any final thoughts about how the first half went or anything about the second half that you'd like to mention that we haven't mentioned already?
Well, there are a few empty seats here in the arena, and the ticket prices for students, it's free. For adults, $7, military, $6, and it's a $5 entrance for children. So, yep, if you've got the time, wondering what you're going to do with your Super Sunday, come on down to Gresham, Oregon, Yoshida Event Center, and come join us here for the game. Still have another game at 2 o'clock, the women's game.
Yeah, come say hi to us, although we probably won't pay attention to you because we have to pay attention to the game, and it'd be a little bit distracting. So maybe come down and wave at us. Who knows? We're here. We won't bite, right? All right, well, the second half about to get underway. The teams will switch sides as now it'll be the Saints to move it from right to left. The Lakers will move it from left to right. Again, the Lakers wearing their all red unis, Saints in all white. Second half should be a good one between the Saints and the Lakers. Just a 7-point game, 33-26 lead for Southwest Oregon as the second half begins right now. I was very impressed we were able to keep going that entire halftime and not have much dead air time. So applaud to you. So 20 more minutes to go here as it will be Chen to inbound it to Hampton to begin half number 2 as Hampton will get it into Sorensen. And Sorensen now at the key. Now hands it. Oh, a fake handoff. Fooled me for a second there. Now Sorensen tries to put up a shot, got blocked, and now gets it back over to Hampton. 15 to shoot. Hampton gonna take a 3 off the iron, no good. Rebounded by the Lakers, and here they come from left to right. So now here comes Casemiro. Casemiro at the top of the key gets across now, as that was going to be Sherwood who gets it back to Casemiro. Casemiro backed up way beyond the three-point line, and now had a wide open lane. Here's a 3 on the other end, and it rings in. So the 3-point getting started for the Lakers, and they're back up by 10. Rebuttal 3. Sorensen makes the save, gets it back to Fowler. Fowler moves to the inside. Fowler going to put up a shot. It gets blocked. And coach wanted a foul, did not get it, but it was tipped out of bounds by the Lakers. The Saints will get possession anyways. So underneath the basket now, the inbound pass will come from Hampton, and Hampton is going to float it into Fowler, who makes the contested catch. Gets it back across now, Hampton. Hampton inside, reverse layup is in. Nice finish there from Hampton to put the Saints back to within 8. 36-28 now, under 19 to go here, second half. Here comes Casemiro up the floor at the top of the key, now moves inside. Ball was tipped, out of play, possession of Mount Hood. So it was a 3-pointer to start the second half for the Lakers. Saints rebut with a 2 of their own. Now just down by 8. As now Robinson dribbles, hands it off to Stevens. Stevens gets it over to Hampton. Hampton looks. Hampton steps back. Now at the top, moves to the inside. Now with a pass deflected and out of play, possession back to Mount Hood as it was the Lakers trying to make the save, as that was Yang who tried to keep the ball inbounds, but he could not. So it'll be Hampton to inbound underneath the basket once again. Gets it into Fowler. Fowler now across Robinson. Over to Stevens. Stevens to Hampton. Hampton on the left side. Step back. Gets it across now. Stevens. Stevens going to float a jumper. Off no good. And now it's going to be a turnover as the foul was called on Robinson. It was a putback foul against Pat Robinson, so possession will be turned over to the Lakers. Inbound pass will be coming from Ian Smith as he gets it into Casemiro. Casemiro brings it up the floor. 18 minutes to go here, second half. Handoff now is Fonsbeck. Fonsbeck over to Casemiro. Casemiro now floats a jumper from the key. No good. Rebounded by Sorensen. Now Stevens. Now we got a whistle, and we got another foul. And it's going to be a flopping foul against the Lakers. So it'll be Sorensen to inbound. Or no, he's going to take free throws. And the first one on its way is good. So I guess it was just one free throw there. Is that a technical there? So now the Saints will get possession again. Free throw was good. Puts it back to a 7-point game. 17:51 to go here in the second half. Here's Hampton. Gets it over Sorensen. He's going to take a 3. And he hits it! Clutch 3-pointer there from Sorensen, and finally puts down the shot he's been wanting to make.
Big Sorensen. Yep, that's his second three-pointer of the game, and it's a 4-point game. 17:37 and a half.
So the Lakers inbounded once again. Casemiro with the ball. Gets it over now is Sherwood. Back to Casemiro. Over to Fonsbeck. Fonsbeck to Thomas. Thomas being guarded. Looking. Tries to put up a shot. And he does. And he does in with a foul. Thomas, who was contested, puts up the shot. It rimmed in. And another free throw coming from Thomas as we look at his free throw percentage. He's 54% once again. Chance to convert on a three-point play, and he does not. Rebounded by Fowler. It remains a 6-point game. So here come the Saints once again as Stevens brings it up the floor. Stevens on the right, gives it over to Fowler, back over to Stevens. Stevens back over to Hampton. Hampton now moves to the right side. Hampton inside, gets it across now. Here's Sorensen. Sorensen to the inside, puts up a jumper, no good. Rebounded by Robinson, and he puts it back up and in. Robinson saves today, and with 17 to go, it's back to a 4-point game. So here come the Lakers once again. It's Fonts back on the right wing. Now moves, gets it over to Casemiro at the top of the key, gets it across now to Thomas. Thomas faked the shot, now moves inside the lane. Got it tipped, and it's intercepted by Sorensen as he gets it over to Stevens. Stevens with a pass, looking, and now Stevens going to keep it. He's looking over, top of the key. Now moves over to that right side. Stevens open, gets it over to Hampton. Hampton right, gets it across, top of the key. Now over to Stevens once again. Stevens on the left side. Looks, 6 seconds on the shot clock, gets it back out, Sorensen. Sorensen puts up a shot, and he couldn't put it in. He tried to slam it home, but the rim said no. Rebounded by the Lakers. Here's Fonsbeck. Wide open three is no good. Rebounded by the Saints. Here comes Hampton. And now we got a whistle. And a foul. Foul is going to be called there against Sherwood. And the first foul of the half for the Lakers.
Very big athletic play there by Sorensen. Just wasn't able to finish on the dunk.
Might have jumped a little bit too early there as it looked like he was coming down a little bit before the rim. So really had to reach there, and he just couldn't put it in. And again, like you said, he had two defenders on him. So now here's Robinson, moves inside the lane, puts up a two, no good, rebounded, tipped away, possession retained by the Lakers with 15:43 to go here in the game. Back now comes Fonsbeck, over on the right side. There's Smith, Casemiro, a three, got it! Back up by 7 out of the Lakers, and here comes Hampton. Hampton on the left, now looks, moves, and gets it across over to Sorensen, who takes a rebuttal three and hits it. How about that from Sorensen to fight back, and it's back to within 4. So here come the Lakers once again as Casemiro on the left side gets it across now, as that was a Sherwood on the left side. Back over now as we got a whistle, and we got another foul, and that's going to be a charging foul against the Lakers, and it's going to get possession back to Mount Hood. The foul called there on Ian Smith. Possession to the Saints as Stevens is going to inbound it to Hampton with 15 minutes to go here in the game and a 4-point Laker lead. Hampton gets it back over now to Stevens. Stevens on the right side, gets it back over to Hampton. Hampton moves inside. Now looks, tries to put up a two, can't put it in, tip back out, going to be retained by the Lakers. Here's Casemiro on a breakaway. Casemiro spins, floats it up, no good, but we got a foul. And the foul there is going to be called against Hampton. And the third foul against the Saints here in the second half. Now we have a timeout on the floor, media timeout. And a very aggressive second half so far. Saints trying to make a push, and they haven't given up just yet here in the game.
No, sirree. It's a 4-point game, and the second half has picked up the intensity level. Both teams know what's at stake, and they're both rising to the challenge here. Saints already have gained those 3 points from the halftime score, and Sorensen with that successful 3-point shot has been a big part of it so far in the second half.
Well, it started with a couple of threes by the Lakers. Sorensen was finally able to get the big one down, and that was huge. And see if he can get it going down the road as the Saints only find themselves down 4 with just under 15 minutes to go here in this one, trying to make a push, trying to improve to 7-14 and go above 500 at conference play.
Just start with a couple of big stops on the defensive side of the ball, and the Saints will be back in control of this game, and they can control the pace of it until the final buzzer.
So now out of the timeout, now it'll be a foul call. Free throws will be coming for the Lakers, up by 4. It'll be Casemiro to shoot the free throws. Casemiro, a 70% free throw shooter on this season. It'll still be a 2-score game. It doesn't matter if it's 4, 5, or 6. Still going to be within 2 possessions. As Casemiro looks that first free throw down and hits it. So now 42-37. It's a 5-point lead for the Lakers. Second free throw now on its way. Heavy guard on the rebound, but he makes them both. Sorensen with a long inbound pass over to Stevens. Stevens crosses the timeline. Saints down 6. 14 and a half to go here in this one. Stevens now moves, takes a 3, and hits it. How about that from Stevens to put the Saints back to within 3?
What a shot. He looked it down and took it himself.
So now Casemiro back across now for the Lakers. Moves across to that right side. Smith moves to the inside. Casemiro puts up the reverse and puts it in. Lakers back up by 5 as now Stevens will bring it back up the court for the Saints. 14 minutes to go here in this one. Gives it over to Fowler. Fowler across now is Carson. Carson over to Stevens. Stevens over to Hampton. Hampton on the right wing. Now moves to the inside, back over Stevens. Stevens fakes, moves now inside. Gets it back out. Fowler gonna take a 3, and he got it! Fowler connects with 3, and it's within 2. 45-43 with 13:35 to go. Here is Smith. Gets it across now on the right side of Sherwood. Sherwood into Casemiro, who floats a pass. No good on the shot, but a foul is called. And another foul on the Saints. Going to be called on Sorensen.
So wonderful. Fowler and Stevens both hit from 3-point. So now we've got 3 hot hands on the Saints.
They pulled back to within 2. 45-43, under 13 and a half minutes to go in the game. Inbound pass now as we get a whistle.
So Barber subbed in and Sorensen out for the Saints.
So now an inbound pass to Thomas. Here's Casemiro. Casemiro on the right side. Gets across now to Sherwood. Sherwood over to Fonsbeck. Back over now is Smith. Smith now on the left wing. Gets it over to Thomas. Thomas to the inside. Thomas going to put up a shot. No good, but he was fouled. Coach did not like the foul call, but it's going to be called on Fowler. And it's going to send Wilson to the line, or Thomas to the line, excuse me. Thomas 54% on the season. First free throw on its way is good to put the Lakers back up by 3. And that second free throw on its way from Thomas is good, and the Lakers back up 4. Carson will inbound to Stevens now. Stevens crosses the floor. Saints back down by 2 scores. Fowler gets it over to Hampton. Hampton looks, gets it over to Stevens. Stevens over to Barber, back over Stevens. Stevens looks now over to Fowler. Fowler with a pass back out. Now he moves to the inside. And now Fowler is going to be called. Pushing foul is going to be called against Thomas. And it's going to be an inbound for the Saints from underneath the basket as Hampton will look for somebody to inbound to. And he does get it in. It's tipped out. Hampton's got it. Hampton takes a 3. Off no good. The putback is in from Stevens. Back to within 2 now. 47-45. 12:40 to go in the game. Here come the Lakers now as Casemiro will bring it up the floor. Guarded by Stevens. Gets it across Thomas. Back over Casemiro. Casemiro on the right wing, gets it across now left side. Here is Fonsbeck, puts up the shot, no good. It was rebounded by Carson, back on the Saints. And now here's Stevens, over Carson to Hampton, reverse, and we are tied up. Timeout, Southwest Oregon. It's 47 apiece with 12:13 to go. They stretch it out to immediate timeout, and what a comeback so far here in the second half. It's the Saints who are down by as many as 7, or no, they're down by 8. Or one instance, they were down by 9, I believe. They've come back to tie this game up.
Yep, they have come back, and having now 3 successful three-point shots from Sorensen, from Stevens, and from Fowler. They were able to catch up. Now the game's tied at 47-47 with 12:13 left in the game.
This is going to be a very intense remaining 12 minutes, and I'm looking forward to how this game comes to a close. So now out of the timeout, it'll be Laker basketball. Looks like it'll be Ian Smith to handle the inbounding duties. Looks like Casemiro is going to be the one to collect the inbound pass. Hampton and Stevens both there guarding the inbound pass. Officials waiting. And now nobody close, and now he gets it in, and that's going to be Prince. Prince gets it back over to Casemiro, who crosses the midcourt line. Guarded by Stevens. Casemiro gives it over to Sherwood. Back over now is Prince. Gets it over to Smith. Smith to the inside. Pass intercepted by Hampton. Here come the Saints with a chance to take the lead. And now that pass couldn't be controlled, and a sliding interception is made on the breakaway. And here's a two-hand layup from Sherwood to put the Lakers back out in front.
Smith made that interception from the seat of his pants.
So now Fowler gets it from Hampton over to Stevens. Stevens looks, gets it to Hampton, back over to Barber. Barber gets it back over to Hampton, back over to Stevens. Stevens gets it to Fowler. Fowler looks, now looking again, gets it back out. Hampton thought about a 3, now moves inside, floats it back out. Stevens floats, and he couldn't put it in, but a charge was foul. The charging foul was called against Stevens anyway, and Laker player still on the floor. He went down pretty hard there.
Yep, it's Smith. He fell on his back. He's a little shaken up.
He fell on the back of his head, I believe, too. Looks like he's okay. He's making his way off the court to the sideline. So they make a quick sub.
Or Yang's in for Smith. The Lakers.
The Lakers back up by 2. Will inbound it. Or Yang will be the one to inbound it. He's got Casemiro on that left side. Now waits.
Robinson's now in for Sherwood. Saints.
That's Carson, actually.
Oh, Carson.
Sherwood is on the Lakers. So here come the Lakers once again as Yang gets it to the inside. Gets it into Prince. Prince dribbles, now floats a 2. And he puts it in. Lakers back up by 4. 11 minutes to go. 51-47 in favor of Southwest Oregon. Hampton back up the floor. Now waits on the left side. Guarded by Casemiro. Hampton with a dribble. Now pushes. And we have another foul. And it's going to be called on Hampton. So Hampton was called there for the push. And it gives the Lakers the ball back with 10 3/4 to go.
So Hampton called for the foul. He's being subbed in for by Stevens.
Hampton's got a couple of fouls, so I think they're just trying to keep him off the court as possible here in the second half so they can still save him for later. Here comes Casemiro. And that one gets blocked. What a block there from Robinson.
Huge block there by Robinson. He caught him midair.
Lakers will inbound again from underneath the basket. Yang gets the inbound pass, gets it over to Prince. Thomas a 2. It's no good. Rebounded by Robinson, and he gets it over to Stevens. Stevens over to Barber. Mishandled the pass, but able to get it back. Robinson over to Chen. Chen gets it back. Stevens. Stevens. Pass over Barber. Barber now spins to the inside, puts up a 2. Off no good. Rebounded by Stevens. Robinson out to Chen for 3. Got it! William Chen with another 3, and it's a 1-point game. 51-50, halfway through. Here's another 2. It's in with a foul. Logan Prince puts in the 2 and gets fouled, and a chance for a 3-point play to rebut the 3 from Chen, and another timeout is going to be called. 9:58 to go here in the game. 53-50 in favor of the Lakers, and they have a free throw to try to make it a 4-point lead.
So that answers your halftime question, Jackson, about whether or not the physical nature of this matchup would continue in the second half. It absolutely has. The Saints have been called for many fouls right close to the basket. And then matchup between Thomas for the Lakers and Sorensen and Fowler on the Saints has been a key factor in this second half. So far, the Lakers up by 3.
So we have passed the 3/4 mark in this game. There's 9:58 remaining here in the second half. Saints only down by 3, but again, the Lakers will have a free throw to try to make this a 2-score game. But the Saints have been able to fight back, even with all the calls that have gone against them. They tied the game at one point, and then a couple of 2s and a couple of different shots from the Lakers, and with help from the officials calling fouls on the Saints. But they've been able to stay in this one.
Absolutely, and when they had the momentum, they took advantage by making all manner of baskets, including that 3-pointer that Chen just drained to make him the 4th Saint to score from beyond the arc in this game.
Prince is a 76% free throw shooter, but he misses the chance to convert on a three-point play. Lakers do get the rebound, though. And we get another whistle. And the shot clock did not reset, so they're going to inbound it again. So Prince will inbound it, and he gets it into Casemiro. Casemiro hands it off now to Sherwood, who hands it off back now to Prince. Gets it across to Yang. Yang back to Sherwood. Sherwood moves to that left wing. Gets it back over to Prince. Long pass to Casemiro. One to shoot. Did he get it off? It was rebounded by the Saints anyway. I don't know if he got that one off. It was close, but Saints get the rebound anyway. And here's Stevens. Stevens up the floor in a 3-point game. Sorensen out to Chen. Chen now on that right wing. Gets it back over to Stevens. Over to Robinson. Robinson to the inside. And it's Sorensen. Back out Chen. Chen a 3 to tie it. In and out. Rebounded by the Lakers. And we have another foul. Foul is going to be called on Robinson. And the Lakers will have it once again up by 3. So substitution time looks like for the Saints is Fowler going to come back into the game. And now he's going to be subbing in for Barber. So now free throws for Yang. And the free throw is no good. Rebounded by the Saints. Fowler gets it to Stevens, who gets it to Sorensen. Sorensen on the left wing, gives it back to Stevens. Stevens gets it to Robinson. Robinson to the inside. Robinson going to put up a shot. Fouled. No good. But the foul there is going to be called on Sherwood. It'll send Robinson to the line. And Yang, who shot that last free throw, 66% on the season. He missed it. Gave it back to the Saints. So now Robinson will go to the line.
Shooting 46.7%.
Well, he missed that one, so Saints still down by 3. Still has another free throw coming. Now Chen checks out of the game. Hampton checks back in. 8:56 here to go in the second half. 3-point game. Second free throw on his way is good from Robinson. So he converts on 50%, puts the Saints back to within 2, 53-51. Clock counting 8:53 as Casemiro brings it back up the floor for the Lakers. Holds on the logo, guarded by Stevens. Now moves, gets it across now. Here's a three from Sherwood. Off the iron, no good. Rebounded by Robinson. Robinson hands it off to Hampton. Stevenson signals he's open. Hampton now on that right wing, gets it to Fowler, top of the key, over to Sorensen. Sorensen now with a block, motions his man, now gets it across, and now here's Fowler. Fowler gets it back to Hampton. Hampton looks, moves, gets it, floats, no good. Put back, gets it back to Fowler, over to Hampton. Fresh shot clock, 16 seconds, and he puts it in with one. Hampton with a nice finish and a free throw coming to try to put the Saints in the lead. The foul there is going to be called on Prince, and it'll send Hampton to the line. Hampton, in 68% free throw shooter. Again, he's been shooting the bulk of the free throws tonight for the Saints. He's missed 3. Now he holds out.
Hampton's really been a spark for this Mount Hood club.
We're tied with 8:10 to go. It's 53 apiece. This to give the Saints the lead, and it's good. So now substitution time now for both teams. As now it's Shulkins to check back into the game for the Lakers, and Chantrell Carson checks back into the game for the Saints. Here's a 3 to rebut. Got it. Lakers back up 2 with a 3 there from Shulkins. 56-54, under 8 to go. Stevens now dribbles it up the floor. He's got Fowler to his right. Gets it to Fowler. Fowler gets it across now to Sorensen. Sorensen back out Stevens. Stevens over to Robinson. Robinson now moves, gets it to Fowler. Fowler spins, now gets it back out. Pass couldn't be handled by Sorensen, and he has to go back to collect. Back over Stevens. Stevens, a contested 3. No good. Rebounded by the Lakers. And here is Thomas up the floor. Thomas now moves to the inside, gets a block over. Left side 3, it's wide open, no good. Rebounded Sorensen, it's tipped and caught and out of bounds, and possession retained by Southwest Oregon.
A couple of tough possessions there for Mount Hood. They were able to convert on the first one.
So they reset the shot clock to 20 seconds, 7:20 to go here in the second half. Lakers by 2, 56-54. Thomas now with a pass, looking, and he gets it across to Prince. Prince over to Casemiro. Casemiro spins, puts up the 2, and he put it in. Casemiro with a nice flush, and it's a 4-point lead for the Lakers. 58-54, 7 minutes to go. Here's Stevens. Moves over to the left side, now gets it back out. Sorensen, top of the key, over to Robinson. Robinson now moves inside the lane. Robinson puts up the shot, and he puts it in. Robinson tried to draw the foul, but it was not called, but he puts in the shot. 58-56 now. 2-point lead for the Lakers. 6.5 to go here in the game. Robinson with a pick. Robinson with an interception, but a foul is called, and the Saints will retain possession.
Robinson defending Casemiro there with vigor and was able to come up with the ball.
That was a nice poke check by Robinson to get the ball, and he ends up getting fouled on the play, so the Saints will get it as Robinson to inbound to Stevens, as Stevens will cross that midcourt timeline. Stevens moves across to the right side, now looks. Saints down 2, Sorensen now moves, gets it to Stevens. Stevens now looks, tries to get a passing lane, floats it to Sorensen, over to Fowler. Fowler spins. Fowler tries to put up the shot, and he does! Nick Fowler ties the game at 58 with 6 to go. So here come the Lakers now. Here's Casemiro. Gets it across to Yang. Over now is Thomas inside the lane. Poke checked away. Here come the Saints. Stevens has it. Stevens takes his time. Now holds. Motions his team forward. Looks for a pass. Gets it to Robinson. Robinson to Carson. Carson with a block. Moves to the inside. Puts up the shot. And bakes it in! Saints with a 2-point lead with 5.5 to go. So here come the Lakers once again. Here's Casemiro. Casemiro looking. Gets it across, and he threw it out of bounds. Thought he had an opening there, but, well, he did have an opening. There was nobody there.
The only opening that the Saints gave him.
5:25 to go, 60-58 lead for the Saints.
Casimir just threw that ball into his own bench.
Shen inbounds it to Stevens. Stevens crosses the midcourt logo. Now at the top of the key. Steps back. Looks. Gets it across Chen. Chen now. Looking. Back past Sorensen. Sorensen has Chen, but gets it over to Robinson. Robinson with 9 seconds. Robinson going to take a three. It's an air ball, and Sorensen tried to make the save, but it went out of bounds. So now we have another media timeout with just under 5 minutes remaining, and the Saints with one of their only leads of the game at a crucial time, Thomas.
After a couple of tough possessions there, the Saints were able to maintain their focus and come through big in the past 5 minutes of the game clock and really frustrate the Lakers, causing 3 straight turnovers, it looks like. Casemiro was having his way with the Saints defense until he met Fowler.
And now when the 2-pointer went in for the Saints, the entire bench just gets up and celebrates. Can they hold on to this 2-point lead with just under 5 minutes to go to try to get their 7th win on the season and try to split the series against the Lakers, try to sweep the Lakers? Actually, they defeated the Lakers on the road. It was a big road win, and they try to get the sweep, get a huge win here at home, which is 3 home games remaining after tonight and just 5 more games remaining in the season.
Well, the energy in this building is all in favor of the Saints heading into that timeout. If they're able to maintain their focus going forward, it's their game to win.
We got a good game coming up with the women as well. Both teams on losing streaks. One team has got to get a win, unless it goes into like several overtimes and the officials just try to just call this game. Both teams lose, maybe. I don't know. But here come the Lakers now. Here's Casemiro as he brings it up the floor. Guarded by Robinson. Over on the right wing. Casemiro gets it across now. Here's a 3 on its way. It's good for the lead. What a 3 there from Shulkins, and it puts the Lakers back in front, 61-60, 4:41 to go. So it's just a 1-point Laker lead. Saints with the ball. They just have to control each of their possessions. They can't let it get out of hand. They're running out of time here. Thought about a 3 with Hampton. It's no good. Gets it back. Sorensen. Tip pass. Collected by Fowler. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Sorensen with a nice finish. And now they want a goaltending foul. They count the bucket. So it is a goaltend against the Lakers. So it's 62-61 in favor of the Saints. First time this season that I've seen a goaltend.
It was a big break there for the Saints.
I don't think that shot would have went in anyway, so it was a huge break for the Saints. So here now is Shulkins. Back over to Casemiro. 4 minutes to go. Here's a 3 on the left side. It's off the iron, rebounded by Robinson. Or Yang couldn't put the 3 down. And now Hampton will bring it up the floor. Crosses the midcourt timeline. Now crosses over to the left side. Guarded by Jefferson. Hampton moves. Floats a pass. Fowler. Fowler moves. Gets it back over. Hampton. Hampton thought about a 3. Didn't take it. Hampton a nice jumper. Off no good. Tried to get the rebound with Sorensen. Lakers with the rebound. Down 1. Here's Thomas. Back out. Now it's Oryang. Casemiro. Back over now is Shulkins. Gets it back out to Casemiro. Casemiro thought about a 3, didn't take it. Gets it back out. And now here's another 3. It is no good, and the finish is there. And the foul is called on Sorensen, and free throws are coming for the Lakers.
Thomas got up there to clean up that 3-point miss, but he wasn't able to get it in either, but he was fouled, and now he had to strike.
So 54% is Thomas, as the first free throw to tie the game is up, and it is no good. So the Saints remain in the lead by just 1, but this free throw will tie it. But the Saints will get possession back with 3:18 to go. This has been one of the closest games that I've seen here this season for men's basketball. He missed them both. So the rebound was tipped by Robinson. It's collected by Sorensen, gets it across Hampton. Long pass, Chen. Chen for three. Off, no good. Robinson, the offensive rebound, puts it back up, and he puts it in! And we have a timeout as Chen went down.
Chen's down. He's holding his ankle.
So Chen holding his ankle. Might have tweaked it on the three shot as the AD goes over there to check on him. Now he's getting up. Oh, now he's walking, so he looks okay. But nice finish from Robinson to put the Saints up by 3 with 3 minutes to go. Chen getting some pats on the back from his teammates. He's hit a couple of big threes tonight, which has helped the Saints team, who only hold the 3-point lead with 3:05 to go. So here come the Lakers. It'll be inbounded by Sherwood. Gets it into Casemiro. Casemiro now gets it across. Sherwood over to Shulkins. Shulkins with the pass out to Thomas. Thomas to the inside. Thomas back out. Jefferson. Jefferson gets it back to Shulkins. Shulkins has Hampton on him. Over now Thomas. Thomas going to be charged. And it's a charge call against the Lakers. And possession is going to go to the Saints. So with 2:44 to go, Saints up by 3. They can try to make this a 2-score game, which would be huge with this much time remaining. So Stevens brings it back up the floor. Stevens on the right, gets it to Hampton. Hampton looks, got a defender on him, fakes the handoff. Hampton spins to the inside and now puts it up, and he puts it in! It's a 5-point Saints lead with 2:22 to go.
Beautiful play. He did a 360 in both directions. He came up, knocked his defender down, and scooped it in underhand with the underhand finish.
Casemiro to Jefferson to Shulkins, back to Thomas. Thomas looks, now hands it off. Here's a 3. It is good. Huge 3 there from Shulkins to put this game back to within 2 with 2:05 to go and a timeout called. 66-64. Saints holding on to a 2-point lead. This is going to be a close one.
Oh, yeah. Shulkins came through big. That was his second 3-point shot in the past several minutes, and that's what's kept the Lakers in this one.
So this likely will be the final timeout of the game, it looks like. Just over 2 minutes remaining. The women getting anxious to start their game in about 20-ish minutes or so. Again, this game not over yet. Saints with a 2-point lead. And this game just kind of has the feel like it's going to come down to a shot, right?
Yep. It's going to come down to a dramatic finish. And this is a playoff atmosphere. We've got two teams fighting to be in the playoffs. And this is the result. It's been a close game. It's been a hard-fought game.
Lakers standing at 14-9 overall, so they're definitely in playoff contention. Saints trying to make a push, trying to get their 7th win. They're 6-14, so definitely not out of the question yet. With 5 games remaining, 3 more here at home. It's gonna be a good stretch to end the season. So here comes Hampton now. Under 2 minutes to go. Back over to Stevens. Stevens now hands off to Robinson. Robinson gets it back out. Hampton. Hampton now moves to the inside. Hampton looks. Now a pass is tipped and intercepted. Here come the Lakers. Down to the final 100 seconds. Here's Thomas. Thomas now moves to the inside. Thomas with a reverse. Can't put it in, but a foul called.
Like a block there by Fowler.
So Robinson's going to be called for the foul. It's going to send Thomas to the line, but Thomas missed his last 2 free throws.
He's been a factor in this game, Jackson, but not from the free throw line.
He's 54% on the season, as we've mentioned that before. But he's missed a couple of crucial free throws late here in the second half. And now we have a whistle and it looks like maybe a mouthpiece on the floor.
Now to your right on the floor. Anything there?
It's like they were looking for a mouth guard there. So here's Thomas with some crucial free throws. First one is good. And now the second one on the way to try to tie this game. So this will put us at 66 apiece. Thomas, in front of the fans base, hits it. And now we have another timeout called with 96 seconds to go in a tie ball game. This has been a very, very tightly contested affair. The Lakers, who once led by a dozen, Saints, who led by 3, were tied.
Yeah, this is what I would call as a super game, super Sunday matchup.
Defines the definition of a interesting matinee on a Sunday afternoon. 66-66, 136 to go, and it will be Saints ball.
Saints believe they have a shot at the playoffs, and this is where they're going to show it in the final 96 seconds of this regulation match.
Crucial game against Clark coming up on Wednesday. But first, we have to see how this one ends, as Stevens will bring it up the floor for the Saints. On the right side, pass out, Hampton. Hampton now moves to the inside. Hampton going to put up a shot, bank it off, no good, rebounded, and it's Carson. And now we got a jump ball. So the jump ball is going to give possession to the Lakers with 80 seconds to go. So Jefferson will inbound it. And now Jefferson will get it into Casemiro. Casemiro hustles. Now stops on the right wing. Back out on the logo. Looking. Guarded by Carson. Now moves inside. Pass out. Here's a 3 left side. It's no good. It's an air ball. Rebounded by Fowler. 1 minute remaining here in the game. Tied up at 66. This is going to be close. Sorensen gets the pass. Now it's Fowler. Fowler on the left wing. Gets it across now. Sorensen inside the lane. Sorensen tries to finish. Tried to put up the shot. It was deflected. Wanted the foul call. Didn't get it. Lakers back the other way. Now we got a whistle. And now we got another timeout. So 44.3 to go. It's tied at 66. Saints had a real opportunity there to take the lead, but couldn't connect. So full timeout here gives each team a chance to discuss their strategies, as the Saints going to be on defense here. Shot clock, game clock are about 15 seconds apart. So you really can't allow a big shot from the Lakers because you have to rebut that.
Good defensive possession by Mount Hood on the last time the Lakers had the ball. They were looking to get the ball back to Shulkins, and they ended up missing a 3 air ball, I think.
And they're probably going to be looking to maybe pressure the Lakers into shooting the ball relatively quickly, so it gives them enough time once they get possession. But see what the coaching staffs for each team's come up with as we are getting down to the wire in this thriller between the Saints and the Lakers.
Definitely, it's going to come down to defense here and who's able to get a big stop. That's where the momentum's going to start.
One of the crucial things for the Saints, Will Wilson, who is one of their best shooters. He leads the league in scoring, not playing this game, injured, as we heard from the coach just before the game started.
Well, Hampton's come through really big, filling his shoes and been a.
But not just Hampton too.
Presence.
We got Sorensen and Chen have been coming through, making clutch shots, putting the Saints up. But now in a tie game, we have another whistle. So they take 1 second off the shot clock. So it's going to be 29 seconds on the shot clock, 43.5 seconds on the game clock. Still 1 timeout remaining. There will be a 20-minute intermission after this game ends before the women's game begins. Here's Casemiro, crosses the timeline. Clock counting 38 seconds. Guarded by Carson. Casemiro holding 18 seconds on the shot clock. Half a minute remaining. Now moves to the inside. Puts up the shot, and he put it in. Lakers in front, 25 seconds to go. Here comes Hampton. Saints can take a 2 to tie, 3 to lead. Shot clock off, 15 seconds to go. Now is Hampton, back across. Pass was tipped. Stevens, contested three. It's an air ball, rebound. Put up is in by Fowler to tie it. 6 seconds to go. Casemiro up the court. 4 seconds to three. Casemiro into the lane. He gets fouled with 1.3 to go.
Tough break there for the Saints. Casemiro completely missed that shot, but he was fouled under the rim. And now he'll get to the stripe to.
Crucial free throws coming for Casemiro. Not sure whether or not they're going to add more time, but Saints still have a timeout, so that is useful.
Casemiro's limping a little bit and adjusting his calf brace. Doing a stretch now, but he shoots 70% from the free throw line, and he has made a couple so far in this game.
Still 68-68. Casemiro trying to put the Lakers up late. 1.3 seconds remaining. This is what defines a great game of basketball. This has been absolutely amazing to watch.
Well, the table's been set and the script has been written for a dramatic finish.
And the best part is we still have another game after this. So here we go. 1.3 seconds to go. Casemiro, who is a 76% free throw shooter, right in front of the Mount Hood fan base. First free throw on the way is no good. Huge miss there from Casemiro. So the Saints are definitely going to be looking to get that rebound. Second free throw is good. Timeout Saints, 1 point lead, 69-68. Lakers lead by 1. Saints going to have the final shot.
And they're going to have to get rid of it quick with only 1.3 seconds.
So I think with a full timeout, it doesn't look like they're advancing the ball. I thought with a full timeout you could advance the ball, but perhaps not. So it's going to be very, very close. See what the strategy is, what they do here. Because they're going to have a long inbound pass, 1.3 seconds to go. Now, what do you expect to see here in the final second?
Well, they might have to go for a three-point shot. I know that the math doesn't support that. You've got to get it closer to the basket, but they just don't have that much time. So they're going to find one of their hot hands and get the ball in the air and make an attempt. And hopefully it goes in for the win.
It's going to have to be a long shot, like you said. Lakers going to be guarding that inbound pass. So here we go. It'll be Sorensen to inbound it. Looks like he's got Fowler and Hampton. So now very, very crucial. Looking. And you got a timeout called again. So this should be it. No more timeouts remaining. So we'll have to inbound it again. We'll see what the Saints can do. Can they pull off a miracle here late in this game? This is going to be a highlight to watch if something happens here.
I won't be sitting after. I will not be sitting anymore once that ball goes in.
Here we go. Well, if it goes in. The big question is if. Sorensen to inbound once again. Looks like. Gets it to Stevens. Stevens, half corner. Oh, it's off the rim. It wouldn't go. And the Lakers survive A 69-68 win. And Mount Hood, who won their last 2 in a row, have now dropped one here as they split the season series with Southwest Oregon.
Strong performance from both teams, Jackson. I like what I've seen from the Saints. How they've stayed focused, adhered to a game plan, and defended with real tenacity. Uh, they met similar defense from the Southwestern Oregon side, who were able to knock down a few easy threes in the first half and squeak by with a 1-point victory.
Big road win for the Lakers. They're back at home on Wednesday against Umpqua, who's 14-8 overall, 6-4 in conference play. That'll be a good game. For the Saints, they'll be coming off a loss on Wednesday. They have the Clark Penguins. Try to get back in the win column. Still trying to make a late playoff push, but definitely doesn't help with just a 1-point loss here tonight. Well, that'll do it. Final score in our first game of the day. The Southwest Oregon Lakers 69 and the Mount Hood Saints 68. Any final thoughts, Thomas?
Well, tough loss for the Saints, and that playoff dream is fading a little bit, but it's still intact. And they certainly played like they believe that they are a playoff caliber team, and look for them to continue that stellar play on Wednesday and come through with a victory against Clark.
Well, the women are coming up next. We will be back for that one in about 20 minutes. But for now, for Thomas Earhart, I'm Jake Hanlon. Thanks for tuning in to men's basketball. Once again, Saints drop this one, 69-68. We'll be back again for the men on Wednesday.